Hello everyone and welcome back to my new channel. I'm Christina and today we are going to discuss your rising sign. Go to astro.com please and insert your birth time, exact birth time, so you would know the accurate rising sign because rising sign can even change by a minute. So go do that and look at the most left side of your chart wheel and the letters A, S, and C, and that will be your ascendant sign, your rising sign, okay? So, what is the rising sign? How do you understand when people say my rising sign is in Taurus? Let's say, well, rising sign, the most boring explanation is that it is the point where the sun was rising, the time when you were, pushing yourself out and saw the daylight for the first time. That exact moment and where the sun was rising, what sign sun was going through at the time of your birth, that's going to be your ascendant, your rising. Um, so that I don't like this explanation. I mean, it's true, but it's boring. Okay, I don't like boring. Astrology is fun. Astrology is deep. Astrology should make you think because it touches the very core questions of why we are here, who we are, how did we get here. Okay, maybe not how did we get here, but you get the point, right? So, um, what I love about rising sign. So let's just say, talk about rising sign itself. Rising sign, very simply put, is the very first impression you make on other people, and vice versa. Other people's rising sign is your first impression of them. So if you meet a new person and you kind of think, wow, they were so pushy and aggressive, I'm scared of them. They may have a Aries rising sign because Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is the planet of war and aggression. So yeah, they will be a little, pushy and dominant, and that scares a lot of people. If you see a person for the first time and you think maybe that, oh wow, they were so serious and they talk very seriously and they're very calm and but they seem very very serious, like way too serious for me. They may have a Capricorn rising. Capricorn rising people are tend to be very serious people. um if you meet a person for the first time and you see a lot of people around them and they are laughing and having a good time, and everybody seems to know that person or everybody wants to talk to that person, they may have a Leo rising. Leo is the party person, the party, the social butterfly. Or it can also be, or if you meet a new person and you think, wow, they know everyone. They may have a Gemini rising. Gemini is the house of communication and networking. So you get the point. The first impression, and other people make these same first impressions about you as well. Um, it's also, what kind of a vibe you carry around yourself. Maybe what kind of what kind your rising sign actually determines what kind of a clothes you are attracted to, what kind of clothes you like to wear. Your rising sign reveals what you are like, what you are going to be interested in, and your rising sign is going to also be the mask you protect yourself from feeling too vulnerable, if you're getting too deep here now. Um, so people meet your rising sign the first, and then when they get to know you, they will get to know your sun sign, your your individuality, your ego, your how you approach life. And but your rising sign is how you see the world and how you see other people around you. Okay, so it is kind of a very reflective, placement as well. Um, so in my first video, I did mention that rising sign is the key to unlock your soul's purpose. And your soul purpose is determined by your sun sign. So we will get there in the next videos. We will be talking about it. But your rising sign is the style you can get to your soul purpose. You can fulfill your destiny. Okay, so rising sign is very, very, very significant. Um, Another thing with the rising sign, if you want to get very esoteric and new agey with this thing, and which, the concept that I really, really love is that every sign has a degree, as you notice. So let's say your rising sign is in Scorpio, 18 degrees. What does it mean? So it's 18 degrees into the Scorpio, and each sign has 30 degrees. And depending on the degree where your rising sign was, it shows how many times have you incarnated into one sign in already. So on average, it is believed that a person can incarnate into the same rising sign 7 to 8 times. So if your rising sign is 2 degrees into Cancer rising, this is your first incarnation into that rising sign. So probably in your past lifetime you were some other rising sign. And rising sign is it is evolving as well. You can actually grow your rising sign. Rising sign is the attitude and the behavior you are taking on as you grow according to social situations. Okay, does that make any sense? Are you following me here? um, your rising sign is always evolving and always growing as you grow, because when you are a little, you don't really need to wear that mask of um, being careful with what you say to other people around you. But as you grow older, your rising sign grows with you, and you kind of understand that you kind of have to choose what you are saying around other people, because it can uh, be a catalyst to some reactions you don't really want to call upon yourself. So also, rising sign is your mask and your protection shield that you grow as you yourself grow older. That was your rising sign. It's a very, very deep um, topic. There's a lot to discuss about your rising sign, but the three main things is that, so it is where the sun was rising at the time of your birth. It is the style you approach others and how other people see you. It's your soul purpose in this. I'm sorry, it's the key to unlock your soul purpose in this lifetime, the way that shows you how to become your sun sign. And it is also how many times have you incarnated into this lifetime. So that was on your rising sign. We will discuss rising signs later on. We will discuss rising signs in the signs, your ascendants in the signs as we go on. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got some little in-depth knowledge about your rising sign. Till next time, ciao.